Those of you that have watched the channel for any period of time will probably say that I'm fairly even keel. I don't get overly excited or over the top on just about anything. But when I saw the news about the first DLC coming to Farming Simulator 25 would be the NEXAT, my exact words were, holy shit. For me, that's the equivalent of running around like an excited little girl. In my State of the Farm news video, I made some bold predictions, and it seems I was a bit off by 1 week with respect to the release of the first DLC. The NEXAT pack will be coming to Farming Simulator 25 on March 11th versus my prediction of March 18th. I don't think anyone will be upset about getting it 1 week earlier than I anticipated. For those not familiar with the NEXAT, it's a holistic crop production system, as the Giants blog post describes it and their website itself. The concept was built on a motorized frame for which tools can be connected, establishing a single machine that can do everything needed from working the field, planting the crops, fertilizing, all the way to harvest. This will provide a single working width so as to minimize compaction, maximize the amount of soil reserved for growing crops, and as a result, we get greater yield. As of today, you can pre-order the NEXAT pack if you did not already pick up the Year 1 Season Pass earlier. Those of you who did pick up the Year 1 Season Pass, as you know, this is the first of the 3 DLCs included with the pass, and will also get a game expansion at the end of the year with the new map. The other 2 DLCs, which will come in quarter 2 and 3 of this year, have hints of performance on the plains and the stars align. The NEXAT pack hint was innovative machinery. Now, those of you who picked up the Season Pass will save about 25% off from purchasing the 3 DLCs individually. I will have an affiliate links in the description for anyone who wants to either pre-order this pack or pick up the Year 1 Season Pass if you've not done so already. The affiliate link will work for players on PC, and it will redeem for the Giants eShop. This does not exclude players from Steam or Epic, as the Giants DLC will work on any PC install of the game. For those of you on PlayStation 5 or Xbox, you'll need to pick up the DLC from your respective platforms' stores. The NEXAT is short for Next Generation Agricultural Technology. The idea came from a German company sharing the same name. The wide-span power unit allows a farmer to attach interchangeable modules, reducing the overall number of machines needed, and as I said earlier, from tillage all the way up to harvest. In total, the NEXAT pack will include 12 different machines from 7 different brands. From NEXAT, we have the wide-span vehicle carrier and the NEXCO harvest module. Now, I'm probably going to butcher the next set of brands, but I'm doing my best here. The Damman sprayer module, we're going to have the Inbach Chopstar Max. Evers Agro is going to bring the Torque NX 1400. Then we have the Giergenhof Rotodisc 2030B and the TrueFlex Razor. 4 modules from Vaterstad, including the Carrier, Inspire, Seed Hopper, and Tempo. And then finally from Wienhoff, a slurry module. Now, I wanted to cover a little bit of the website, and I've got a link to the website down in the description below. Specifically, we're taking a look here at the products page, and if we scroll down, we've got some good information about the NEXAT itself, and here we've got a great image of the carrier vehicle without any of its various attachments connected. And let's just go ahead and drill in on the product details of this carrier vehicle, because we're going to find some very interesting stats. Looks like we've got this thing powered by 2 550 horsepower diesel engines. The cab can rotate 270 degrees. It is using a diesel electric drive, all-wheel steering, single-wheel drive, which I think means that each wheel is going to be driven independently. We've got chassis that is hydraulically adjustable up and down, 45 feet working width, or for those of you in other areas of the world, 14 meters. Autonomous driving, tool-free interchangeable implements, ISOBUS interface, and 360-degree cameras. Now let's get a bit of information related to the various harvest modules. And here we can see an aerial view of the NEXAT. We can see that cab is rotated towards the harvester, so we can see the harvest activity, even though the cab is way off here to the side. And we can also see clearly those established tram lines. And as such, right, we're going to be not growing any crops where the wheels are growing, but other than that, nothing is actually contacting the soil to compact it and therefore potentially reduce the yield between those tram lines. So with respect to harvest, we've got various harvester headers, but overall we're looking at a working width of 50 feet or 15 meters on most of or all of these harvest headers, 900 bushel capacity on the grain tank. Straw is evenly distributed across the back, and well, we can unload at a crazy rate of 18.5 bushels per second, with unloading in, is it seriously saying less than a minute? With respect to how does the crop flow into the header and into the harvester itself, well, here we have a graphic. We've got our unharvested crop, we've got our header bar here, our cutter bar, and the crop is going to be brought into the middle. We've got this long center neck, which is where the crop is going to then run and then be threshed and separated out into the grain. And then the chaff is going to be spread out the back. We've got headers from Geringhoff. We have a Draper and corn header, GTS, Draper and corn header, Franco Fabril, sunflower header, and MacDon, we've got the Draper header. Now, some of these brands we didn't hear when I talked about the various brands included in the pack, but some of these brands are already in the game, so it's possible we'll get a MacDon header that'll work with this pack, and hopefully we're going to get a Draper header from Geringhoff and corn header as well. Seeding and cultivation in a single pass, right? So here we have a 3-part system in order to not only prepare the field from last year's harvest for seeding, but also go ahead and put that seed in the ground. So we drill in here a little bit more. We have our cultivation unit in front, we have our seed unit, and then we have our seed carrier for our seed, our fertilizer, and whatever else we need to apply to the field. So with respect to the seed hopper tank system, we can store up to 5,500 gallons and or 570 bushels worth of product. 4 tanks for storage of liquid or granular units. We have then 2 coupling points for mounting 2 different implements, and 3 different products can be applied to the field at the same time. And you can see how these are going to hook up. The tank system is going to connect to the carrier unit. There's going to be a front unit here that's going to be for the cultivator, and then this unit is going to be for the seeding unit specifically. Or I might have these backwards. This might be the rear, this might be the front. So this would be the cultivating unit, this might be the seeding unit. I think we'll figure that out once we do get the pack. Here we've got kind of the operation in motion, and the way it looks like it, this thing is moving across the field at a pretty good little clip. Just taking a look at some more of these pictures here. Crop protection, so we've got a sprayer unit coming to the pack as well, and we can drill in here and see a little bit of detail on that. We've got this huge boom arm that's going across. Well, we've got the 14 foot there, or 14 meters here, another 14 meters, and then half of another 14 meter span. So we're basically spanning 1 half, 1, 2, 3, and another half. So basically 4 times 14 meters with respect to the working width there. No, I'm not going to be doing the math. All right, you can do the math there, but look here. We've got a working width of 135, 185, or 225 feet. 42 meters, 56 meters, or 70 meter working width. Tank size, 47,500 to 5,800 gallons, or 18,000 to 22,000 liters worth of product. And we're going to have a ground clearance of around 2 meters. And then finally, we're going to talk a little bit about the fertilization or the slurry module that comes with this pack. And that is going to be for organic fertilization, obviously. So you want to make sure you're going to have a whole lot of slurry or digestate available. 45-foot working width, 14-meter working width here, disc harrow or trailing shoe configurations. 8,500 gallon storage capacity on the slurry tank. That equates out to 32,000 liters worth of capacity. And this thing is going to be able to fill in less than 3 minutes. So it's going to have a massive pump on here in order to be able to draw this full and get back into the field and continue doing your work. So I would encourage you to continue to check out this website. Again, it's linked down in the description below. The video that's playing here when you load up the website really does show kind of the general operation of how the NEXAT works. In drive mode, it's going to be long. It's going to rotate 180 degrees and it's going to go down the road in a long, straight fashion. Then when you get to the field, it's going to rotate out into its wide working width fashion. So go ahead and look into this. It's been in the news quite a bit in the last few years as far as kind of developing and integrating this, and it's really awesome to see it come to Farming Simulator 25. Wow, Giants really did surprise me with this one. If the first DLC is an indicator of things to come, then Farming Simulator 25 is going to be quite a journey. I think back on the first DLC of FS22, the Antonio Carrillo pack, with small tractors and implements for grape and olive farming. Overall, it was kind of a meh kind of DLC for many, and I think other than a few highlights over the 3-year run, there were multiple meh moments with DLC announcements for Farming Simulator 22. So once again, looking at the NEXAT pack for FS25, if this is a sign of things to come, then you're going to definitely want to jump on the bandwagon by hitting the subscribe button and staying up to speed with the latest news from Giants related to Farming Simulator 25. Please also hit the thumbs up button, as it also helps with YouTube's recommending this video to viewers with similar viewing habits. Can't wait for the fact sheets to start to drop on this one. Until next time, happy farming.